Once upon a time, there was a woman with a paintbrush. She had an amazing ability to create fantastic works of art, but didn't know how to best use her gift. She tried painting a variety of different subjects, but nothing seemed to stick. As she continued to pursue her artistic journey, it seemed as though she was attending a new wedding every week. Family and friends just kept getting married. As she watched one couple share their first dance, it hit her. She would paint weddings. Hey there, all you beautiful people. Welcome to the Creativity Killed the Cat podcast. My name's Andrew Chwalik, and I'm going to be helping you develop creative marketing that won't break the bank. As always, our episode is brought to you by Twilful, my creative marketing agency that helps businesses develop and implement creative marketing campaigns, as well as energize their social presence. You know what time it is? Fun fact time. I studied in Italy for 6 months during my undergrad. It was such a phenomenal experience. If you ever get the opportunity, you should go as well. All right, on with the show. Remember, I take one small business or brand and develop some creative marketing concepts that could be implemented as soon as you finish listening to this podcast. One amazing thing about Italy is all of the art. The Sistine Chapel, Vatican Collection, historical locations, and even street painters are amazing. Everywhere you look, you can find creations new and old that will inspire you. Sadly, I'm not in Italy at the moment. However, I did stumble across one amazing artist at a wedding I attended recently. She was doing something that I had never seen before. I'll tell you about it right after I explain how to market your realty brand correctly. Selling homes is a pretty cool gig, at least it is from the outside looking in. I've worked with a variety of different real estate companies and realtors over my time in the marketing world. Honestly, they have been some of my favorite clients. They're always open to new ideas, enjoy implementing creative marketing tactics, and understand that marketing takes strategy. Maybe this is because there's a ton of competition out there for realtors, and they want to stay on top of the game. Regardless, I love working with them. However, it makes me sad when random realtors come to me and ask why they haven't seen their social audience grow, even though they've invested hundreds of dollars in social advertising. This happens way too often. I'm not sure if there's a marketing agency out there that leads them in the wrong direction or what, but if there is, stop it. If any of you come across that agency, print out a piece of paper with a link to this episode on it, crumble it up, and throw it at them. They need to learn how to build a strong social foundation before purchasing any type of social advertisement. Let me explain what that means very quickly. As a realtor, you need to utilize social media. If we're being honest, if you're a business that sells products or services, you need to utilize social media. However, it needs to be used correctly. I'm going to be straight with you. Social media isn't for selling houses. Don't just list the various properties you have available and call it a day. It is not a directory platform. You already have your own website and other locations where you can do that. Social media is a tool for communication and building relationships. When you simply use it to post your listings, you're making it a megaphone.
Come out with your hands up. You are under arrest.
I talked about this in episode number 17, so go back and have a listen if you need. No one likes to be talked at. No one likes to be sold to. No one purchases a house simply by looking at a listing. Use your social profiles to engage your audience in conversation and share content that creates value. I'm going to make this even easier for you by telling you the exact content you should be sharing. You ready? Share content about the community. That's right, share articles about local schools or a local community that won an award for recycling. What influences people to buy a home other than the home's characteristics? The community. People want to know about the local area, so you should become an expert on the areas where you sell houses. As realtors, now you know how to use social media and what type of content to share. If you want to get all the steps to becoming a real estate social media wizard, I just wrote an article on realty marketing on our Creativity Kill the Cat website. Just click on the Marketing Knowledge tab and you'll be good to go. Trisha Strickland is the Michigan wedding painter and is a live events artist. She's always loved weddings, from the sights, sounds, anticipation, food, laughter, and happiness as a couple officially vows to join their paths in life and carry on together as one. Whether that moment has been planned for months or years, has 40 or 400 guests, humble or high-end, it is a moment that deserves to be captured on a canvas, to live on the wall and pass down generations as a reminder of the first day of the rest of a couple's life. It just so happens that she does exactly that, paints a portrait of a couple's wedding celebration. Let me tell you what, she's amazing. Now that you know what a wedding painter is, let's get creative. This is going to be fun because painting in itself is creative, so it only makes sense to utilize extremely creative marketing ideas. Well, the first one revolves around your point of sale, which is your website. In the wedding industry, everything focuses in on a website. If you want to find a venue, you do a Google search and check out the location's website for photos. If you want a videographer, you go to their website to see some example videos. If you're trying to find some fun decorations, you go to Pinterest and then a designer's website. Get the picture? A website is important, especially when you're selling something that has such an aesthetic value like a painting. Right. How can you make your website creative? Simple. Actually, it is pretty simple. As a painter, your website should reflect your craft. First, use a creative theme that displays your work in the best way possible. You can find website themes everywhere. ThemeForest is a great marketplace to use. Squarespace also has a wonderful platform. Next, make sure the design elements of your website are customized. That simply means having your fonts and colors set up to match your brand. There are thousands of fonts out there. I'd recommend one that looks like paint strokes. That would look straight baller. Lastly, either use one of your previous paintings or create a specific one for the background of your website. You want people to understand exactly what you do and how well you do it when they get to your homepage. Another cool element would be including a time-lapse video of you doing a wedding painting. All right, you've now got a legendary website. I can see it in my mind, absolutely stunning. Now, let's do some creative marketing to get people visiting your new site. The wedding industry is all about referrals. One of my side hustles is wedding videography, and every single gig I take comes from a referral. I'm sure you find most of your work from referrals as well. Whether or not that's true, we're going to help you get some more. I'll explain how in one word. Partnerships. As a wedding videographer, couples often ask me if I know a cool DJ or a great photographer. I absolutely know some awesome people and always make recommendations when I know someone who would be great for the job. I've built many partnerships with different vendors, so I recommend them, and in turn, they recommend me. It's a pretty great system. That's what you need to do. Establish relationships with videographers, photographers, wedding planners, DJs, and any other wedding service. Relationships are the best way to get referrals. I will totally recommend someone I have a relationship with and know over someone I just met.
High five!
To cement that relationship and show these other vendors that you're serious about giving them referrals, create two things: a wedding brochure and a web page. Make a wedding painter brochure that you can give to interested couples that shows off your work. Also include a section where you make recommendations for other services. Put down the names of those vendors you've built partnerships with. Once you get these designed and printed, send one to each vendor on your list and let them know you'll be passing these around. They will fall in love with you, for real. Then build an extra page on your website where you list all of the vendors you'd like to recommend. Send them the link. This won't only help you build strong relationships and partnerships, but will be sure to increase the referrals you get. Okay, before dishing out one more creative marketing concept, make sure to put all of your creations on Pinterest with a link to your website. This goes without saying, but almost every bride-to-be uses Pinterest for wedding ideas. Just throwing that out there. All right, creative marketing, let's go. It's time to start stalking. That's right, I said stalking. I don't literally mean going out and stalking someone. I mean using social media to find people that recently got engaged. Every single person I know posts their engagement photos on social media, whether professionally done or just a picture of the ring. Most of them mention the word engagement in some form. That's great news for you because you can easily find these couples who will now be in the process of planning a wedding and looking for great ways to memorialize their special day. Here's the plan. Reach out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for the various forms of the word engagement. You can even filter your results by location. Once you find some couples in your area that look like they would want a wedding painter for their big day, reach out. But don't just send a bland message. Create a painting of their engagement photo. You can actually paint their photo if you want, but that could get pricey. I just recommend getting their image stylized through an app. All you do is upload the photo and it will make it look like someone sketched it or painted it. In your case, choose the filter that makes it look like a painting. Then you're going to comment the new image on their post with some text mentioning what you do as a wedding painter and it's something that would make their wedding unforgettable. You should add your own wording and make it unique to your brand. Boom. Trisha Strickland, the Michigan wedding painter, now has some creative marketing ideas that won't break the bank and will get more people booking her as their wedding painter. I'm being honest, I thought her work was amazing and it made me want to get married even sooner just so she could paint my wedding. Yeah, I probably need to get engaged first. That's fine. If you want to learn more about wedding painters and see her spectacular work, check out her website at miweddingpainter.com. If anything, it's great to just check out her style and the cute couples she paints. So cool. Well, that's all, folks. Thanks for joining me on this episode of Creativity Killed the Cat. I hope you had as much fun as I did and were able to take away some creative marketing ideas that you can start using right now. Get to it. If you did enjoy the show, I'd love you forever if you left a review on iTunes. It helps more people hear about my little podcast, so thank you. Now, if you're still stuck and need a little extra creative juice, head over to creativitykillscats.com to find some more content that will continue to get your creative gears turning. Plus, you can subscribe to my email list to get a weekly email with creative marketing wisdom that will keep your brand feeling fresh. I'll see you all on the next episode of Creativity Killed the Cat. In the meantime, if you're ever visiting Italy and need some recommendations, I can give you more places to check out than you'll have time to even see. P.S. One tip, get as much gelato as possible.